Hey guys, what is going on? Dylan here. Got another build for you. Today we're going to be focusing on a build that's probably long overdue. Probably should have done it a long time ago, but better late than never. It is a Strand Warlock build that just has tons of shit flying all over the place. You get your Threadling grenades back a lot. You're constantly critting Tangles and then Unraveling rounds, which I found out Unraveling rounds are really, really strong. I didn't know that they were that good. The cool thing with this video is I have both a PvE variant for this and a PvP variant for this build because they are both strong for both. Now, as far as the exotic, it's going to feature the Swarmer's exotic. Destroying a Tangle spawns a Threadling, and those Threadlings are going to unravel targets that they damage. And just look at the unraveling rounds on the screen. I did not realize they were that good. And with this build, you constantly are getting your Threadling grenade back. So you're constantly having that. And then there is a countdown for a Tangle. So you're constantly getting Tangles. And then destroying a Tangle gets you more Threadlings, gets you more unraveling rounds. It's a ad clear beast. Not to mention that when you pick up an Orb of Power, you do get Woven Mail, which Woven Mail is also very, very strong. So yeah, create tons of orbs and things like that. Now, for the weapon, my preference is going to be Rufus's Fury with Demolitionist and Hatchling. Demolitionist gets you grenade energy, and then obviously Hatchling to get you more Threadlings, just on top of this already really good build. The PvP variant for Rufus's Fury is going to be Demolitionist and Target Lock. I think that works a little bit better for PvP specifically. Now, I've seen the comments. I've heard you guys in the comments below. You always say, why is it always raid weapons? What about some other weapons? So I do have some alternatives for you. For example, Perpetualis is a great number 2 option for a auto rifle. Lethal Abundance is a great Iron Banner option. And then Old Sterling is a world drop. You have, for pulse rifles, you have the Belisarius, the Nightshade, and Different Times. For scout rifles, you have the Glissando, the Taraxipos, the Round Robin is a hand cannon, and then if you want a special weapon, Scatter Signal is also great. Those are all non-raid weapons that you can get through various means, and some of them are very, very, very easy to get. I would just recommend getting Hatchling with those weapons. Now, the cool thing with this build is, as far as the other weapons or what exotic to use or what exotic weapon, I don't care. There is no requirement. It's just all about using the Strand primary weapon or just a Strand weapon in general. You can use whatever exotic or whatever energy heavy weapon you want. For example, here I'm doing a Legend Lost Sector, so I just applied a hand cannon and then a Gallahorn, and that can change for any activity that you're doing as long as it fits into that activity. So it's kind of a loosey-goosey sort of build. And then as far as the mods go, it's all about getting your grenade energy back and just being able to throw more Threadlings. So here I have some PvP footage just to show you. Now, I did change up the mods a little bit for this, more so in the realm of like unflinching strand reloading, just stuff to enhance that Strand weapon, since that is kind of the meat of the build here. Now, this is going to be that Rufus's Fury with Demolitionist and Target Lock, and it's very strong. The goal here is to just get as many Tangles and Threadlings all over the place. So you can see here, I just throw that to get more Tangles out in the world, because you'll be running around and you're just randomly picking up kills out of nowhere that you didn't even know there was people there. So in a second here, you're going to see kind of a crazy clip from Iron Banner the other night to just show you the strength of this build. So every time you get a kill, you can see there's just Tangles everywhere. And that's what I love about this build, is just there's always Tangles just going all over the place. So in a second here, I'm going to pop my super, and I think I get like a quad kill here or 5 kills. It's pretty crazy. I got Josh here assisting with the Ward of Dawn. And so every time I see those Tangles, I just shoot them just to get those Tangles out. And you can just see just mowing people down. So as far as the build goes, let's look into that. We have Needle Storm, obviously. I'm going to use Healing Rift, Burst Glide, Arcane Needle, the Threadling Grenade, obviously, meat of the build. Very, very good. Weaver's Call, when you cast your Rift, you get 3 Threadlings. And then Mind Spun Invocation. So if you consume your grenade, you get 5 perched Threadlings. If you pair it with the previous aspect, you actually can throw out 8 Threadlings at one time, which is pretty dope. Now, for the fragments, Thread of Generation, dealing damage generates grenade energy. Thread of Evolution, your Threadlings travel farther, deal additional damage. Very, very important one. And for PvE, I would recommend Thread of Warding to get Woven Mail. And for PvP, I would recommend, instead of Thread of Warding, I would recommend using Thread of Rebirth. Strand Weapon Final Blows have a chance to spawn a Threadling. For PvE, Thread of Propagation, which a powered melee gets you unraveling rounds. And then for PvP, Thread of Isolation, which sometimes will give you a Severing Burst, which can come in clutch. Now, the artifact mods here, Unraveling Orbs, when you pick up an Orb of Power, you get Unraveling Rounds, and then Horde Shuttle, damaging unraveled targets gets you to occasionally spawn a Threadling. Those pair really, really nicely with this build and just take it to a crazy level. So let me know what you think of the build. Obviously, I'm going to put the PvE build and the PvE build in a pinned comment below if you guys want to give these a try. The PvP version is great for trials. It's great for really anything. A lot of zone control, and you definitely, when you see those Threadlings coming, you're scared. So let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all.